Igbokwe. So terrorists and bandits can be released and rehabilitated, but not Nnamdi Kanu. Momodu. Dele Momodu, the founder of Ovation magazine and a leading figure in the African Democratic Congress (ADC), has publicly responded to comments made by Joe Igbokwe, a senior member of All Progressive Congress (APC), regarding the controversial issue of granting a pardon to Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB). Momodu's reaction came through a post on his official X account on Friday, October 10, 2025, after Igbokwe issued a stern warning to the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu against releasing Kanu. Igbokwe firmly stated that the IPOB leader did not deserve a pardon, emphasizing the government needs to maintain a hardline stance. This statement attracted attention amidst growing calls from various prominent Nigerians, including activist Omodele Sowore and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who have been advocating for a reconsideration of Kanu's detention and possible release. In his post, Momodu condemned Igbokwe's position, describing it as excessively harsh. He pointed out that the apparent contradiction in the government approach, noting that while terrorists and bandits have been granted release and are undergoing rehabilitation, Kanu continues to be denied the same consideration. Momodu's comments imply that Igbokwe's refusal to support Kanu's release is unjust, especially when comparing the treatment of other detainees involved in violent crimes. He questioned the fairness of this selective mercy, despite acknowledging Igbokwe's advanced age. Momodu's remarks have added fuel to an already heated debate over the government's handling of the IPOB leader's case, raising critical questions about justice, reconciliation, and the political motivation behind decisions on clemency as the conversation unfolds. It remains to be seen how the government will respond to the growing pressure from various sectors of Nigerian society, demanding fairness in this matter. The exchange highlights the complexities surrounding national security, political dissent, and the quest for peace in Nigeria. Anika says, Igbokwe sickness will forever be your portion. Igbokwe sickness will forever be your portion. Tony Clovey says, Igbokwe has been known as a stupid and foolish man, and forever will remain foolish. Anuben says, the idiot Joe Hausa Kwe will get it hot one day. Someday, a fool forever is the worst fool. Like Hausa Kwe. What's Hausa Kwe? Samson says, the handwork of Buhari. Alan Obogu Victor says, but the problem of an Igbo man is always an Igbo. The problem of Ibiafra is Ife Ajula, while the problem of Nnamdi Kanu is Joe Igbokwe. The problem of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe is late Chief K.O. Mbadiwe. Name them. Chisom Vivian said, you can see the type of persons who make Southeast youth to choose a struggle by guns, because even their fathers and leaders keep on eating bribes, leaving them in darkness to languish in agony. Kingsley Uzundu says, maybe Igbokwe might not come back to the Southeast if Nnamdi Kanu is released. That's why he's fighting for him not to be released. Is it not simple if I think that way? I don't know. One case says, Joe Igbokwe, if you don't change your name, you will suffer. Isa Mohammed says, Joe is a fool. Danibli says, Joe Igbokwe or David Umahi, they are engaged in Nnamdi Kanu. I said there are a lot of Igbo people that are engaged in Nnamdi Kanu. They don't want him released because they are benefiting. You know, they see David Umahi. You see how chubby and fat he is. Sitting on that chair, you just sit down, full chair like one woman will get belly. They are enjoying, they are benefiting from this government, so they do not actually want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. So many Igbos that are underground, working underground, that don't want his release because they don't want Biafra. A lot of them, they are against Nnamdi Kanu. So the bill was released, bandits giving presidential statement, but Kanu is now Nigeria's problem. Don't mind them. Anabam Godwin said, may God bless Igbokwe, the indefatigable lion in the midst of wolves. Igbokwe never retreat or surrender. No, they okay. Jerry Aliako says, Joe Igbokwe has always been an infant old age fool. Obedi Uchenna said, after all these years, releasing Kanu could be a step forward towards national healing and dialogue. Victor Gregory says, God, is Nigeria cost? Chikwende says, Igbokwe must have lost his reasoning organs due to joblessness or idleness, as APC will never give him any appointments. Okechukwu says, when you hear of saboteurs, that is how we know them. He is probably one of those people. Duriebube says, one thing I love most about social media is that no matter what you say, do or ask, one day such a thing will be before you and judge you when the time comes. Perry Wilkie says, the press breeds the dumbest, lowliest class of social thinkers, organizers. No wonder. They want to plant, fix themselves anyway among and gatherings, disrupt, control, misappropriate, steal, cover, and be thrown out of and overboard disruptors, political, opportunists, fronting as influencers, liars, image launderers, and beggars. Okay, oh. Analyst says Igbokwe is dead now, so we are waiting for his burial day. Efo says nationalistic journalism, while those on government paychecks cannot vehemently oppose Tinubu's perverse impunity. Elder John says, tell the world what you have against MNK. You are one of the enemies of the Igbos. More of you will soon surface as we move on. Masajade says the Igbos are the problem of Igbo and not the Fulanis. I'm telling you. And not even the Yorubas. Simon Nadi says, I wish they can hand Igbokwe to me. I swear I will skin him alive for supporting injustice. You will skin him alive. Though. Senator Emmanuel says political gain by some criminals governors in Southeast apart from Governor Oti. Exactly. Most of them are benefiting from this Tinubu government. And they don't want to let go. So they rather have Nnamdi Kanu in prison than have Biafra or have a referendum. It is well. Gabriel Chinedu says, Saint Shawore is not saintly. People who know Shawore only from a distance are the only ones who see him as a saint, but those who do not suffer memory loss still remember his past role in the Nigerian political theatrics. The man Shawore, for as long as the Nigerian polite is concerned, is part of the problem, not a part of the solution, nor is he the solution, never. That Shawore was catching cruise with the public sentiment as a human rights activist doesn't make him a saint, not at all. He is what? Okay. Michael says, be your brother's keeper, Igbokwe. No man, speak like an elderly fool. He said, Igbokwe, your days are numbered. Fidelis Wako says, these are the enemies behind the freedom, devil's incarnate of human Igbokwe. Humans, Igbokwe pushing his belly around, no be small. Aaron Umachukwu says, from the comments here, government should know that what the people want. Release Nnamdi Kanu and stop oppressing people unnecessarily. Evaristo says his name has been changed. Address him as Joe Igbokwe. Marquez says, Igbokwe, be aware that any further dilly-dallying of Mr. Kanu's illegal shall be held accountable. I've told you what I've told you. Marquez says, 4 biggest thanks to Mr. Momodu. This is a signal that the white hair on your head represents experience and high knowledge to teach these hen brains some evening lesson. Innocent says Joe Igbokwe's name should be changed to Joe Igbokwe. What's Igbokwe? Goat. I know Ewu is goat. Marquez says MNK or nothing. Igbokwe as a byproduct, APC shame. You are not supposed to be called an Igbo man. Kanu pulls out would smoke your sage face. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.